Let's start. As I said you, this exercise is depend upon quantifiers, quantified statements, duals, and question number 3 and 4 are based on negation of compound statement, converse, inverse, and contrapositive of implication. So we are bounded to study here quantifiers, quantified statements, and duals for question number 1 and question number 2. So let's see what is mean by quantifier. Quantifier is nothing but letters. Which letters? The letters there exist and for all are known as quantifiers. I repeat, the letters there exist and for all are known as quantifiers. Only there are two quantifiers, there exist and for all. There exist is called existential quantifier and is denoted by the symbol this reverse E. We read this as there exist. And for all is called universal quantifier and is denoted by this sign. We read this sign as for all. That's it. So this is nothing but quantifier. Now what is mean by quantified statement? Quantified statement is nothing but the statement involving these two quantifiers. Means the statement which contains there exist or for all are known as quantified statements. So statements involving quantifiers are called quantified statements. Remember one note is there. Every quantified statement correspond to a collection and a condition. That means there exist the quantifier there exist or for all these two if occurs in a statement pattern, then that statement pattern can be divided in two parts. One is collection and second is condition. Now we talk about duals. Let's move to next one. And next we are studying what is mean by dual. So duals, we use letters as I told you in previous video, small t is reserved for tautology and small c is reserved for contradiction. So we use letters T and C to denote tautology and contradiction. Remember, C is dual of T and T is dual of C. That means contradiction is dual of tautology and tautology is dual of contradiction. So if two statement contains logical connectives like and, or, these again two are duals of each other. And is dual of or is dual of and. So if two statements contains logical connectives like and or letters T and C means contradiction and tautology, then they are said to be duals of each other if one of them is obtained from the other by interchanging and with or and T with C and T with C. Remember my friends, with example it is explained here. The dual of P and Q is P or Q, or vice versa we can say that dual of P or Q is P and Q. Means one is dual of another, then another is dual of one. Second example, T and P is dual of C or P, or we can say that C or P is dual of T and P. T and Q, sorry, T or Q is dual of C and Q, or vice versa. Like this we need to find duals. To find dual means only we need to interchange and with or with and if it is found, if that statement pattern contains small t and small c, then small t is replaced with small c and small c is replaced with small t to find dual. With this all, we are moving to our and it's question number 1 and question number 2. So exercise 1.3, its question number 1 is, if A is equal to state set 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, determine the truth value of each of the followings. Let's see. First question is, there exists x belongs to A. Remember friends, how I am reading that statement. This statement is full of notations. So you need to read these notations properly. So we read this as, there exists x belongs to A such that x minus 8 is equal to 1. As we studied that quantified statement is with two things, one is collection and second is condition. So here collection is x belongs to A. X belongs to A means A set is collection and condition is x minus 8 is equal to 1. Now we don't go with exact answer of x minus 8 is equal to 1. We just check for any of the x belongs to A if this satisfied. So answer of this is, for x is equal to 9 which belongs to A, it is in A which satisfies x minus 8 is equal to 1. So there exists indicate at least one should satisfy this condition, then this statement pattern is quantified statement pattern is true. Therefore the given statement pattern is true and its truth value is t. Like this we need to calculate truth value of quantified statement. Second question, for all x belongs to A, remember for all x belongs to A, that means each and every value of A, each and every element of this A should satisfy this condition. What is condition? X square plus x is an even number. Let's check with one by one. take x is equal to 3, 3 square plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12. Take x is equal to 5, 5 square plus 5, 30. Take x is equal to 7, 7 square plus 7, 56. All answers are even number. You can check for rest of the numbers 9, 11, 12. For every number, this calculation comes even number. So for every x, this condition is satisfied. So its truth value should be true. How to write it? In writing, we just need to write for each x belongs to A, it satisfies that x square plus x is an even number. No need to show for each x it is satisfying. Only we need to write for each x belongs to A, it satisfies that x square plus x is an even number. So the given statement pattern is 2 and its truth value is t. Let's solve the next question. There exists x belongs to A such that x square is less than 0. Wherever it starts with there exists notation, we need to check if at least one of the value of that set collection satisfies this condition. Now square of any number is not less than 0. So here this statement pattern is false. There is no x in A which satisfies x square is less than 0. Therefore given statement is false. So value is F. Now question number 1 and its fourth question. Fourth question is for all x belongs to A, x is an even number. Check whether it is true or false. For all A, x belongs to A, means for all elements of A, it is even number. 3 is not even number. So for 3, it is not satisfying the condition. So given statement pattern is false. So for x is equal to 3 belongs to A is not an even number, then the given statement is false. For all x belongs to A indicate it should satisfy this condition for all elements of A. If it is not satisfying one for any one of them, then statement gives answer false. If it is satisfying for all one, then only the answer is true. Here 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, these all are not satisfying this condition. But we need to just give an example of one of them. For x is equal to 3, it is not satisfying given condition, so it is false. Now question number 5. Question number 5 starts with there exists x belongs to A such that 3x plus 8 is greater than 40. Means at least there is one element belongs to A which satisfies this condition, then truth value of the statement pattern is true, else false. So which number satisfies this condition? 12, which belongs to A, satisfies this condition. Because 12 into 3, 36 plus 8 is greater than 40. It is 44, so 44 is greater than 40. For rest of all numbers, it is not satisfying this condition. But there exist implies at least one should satisfy this condition, then truth value is true. So given statement pattern is true and its truth value is t. The last question of this question number 1. For all x belongs to A, 2x plus 9 is greater than 14. So collection is for all x belongs to A and condition is 2x plus 9 is greater than 14. So let's check which element disobeys or is not satisfying this condition. For every x belongs to A, it is satisfying 2x plus 9 is greater than 14. So given statement is true, its truth value is t. That's all about question number 1. Now we move to question number 2, which is based on duals. Thank you. Thank you for being with SK Tactics channel. You are learning various tactics with Shantveer Karanje by YouTube channel SK Tactics. Thank you. Thank you very much.